If you're just starting out in CSS, this course is for you. The first thing we'll learn is how to apply styles to our web pages. Let's get started. Before we start, if you're coming from our crash course, we'll need to do a little house cleaning. Open up your Learn CSS folder and delete all the contents. If you're just joining us, you'll want to create that folder and open it up in Visual Studio Code. There's a link to Visual Studio Code in the description. Now that we're set up, let's create a few pages. We'll create index.html, our home page, about HTML, an About Me page, and contact.html, our contact page. Let's use Emmet shorthand on each page and give each page a title and a quick blurb. You can also give each page a title if you want. Let's copy that into each of our other pages. You can copy by pressing Command-C and then Command-V on a Mac, or Control-C and then Control-V on a PC. Now that we've set up each page, let's go back through and give each one a title and then a blurb. Now the text you put inside each tag is not important, but what is important is that you use the same tags on each web page. And on each one of these, we're using H1 for a header and P for paragraph. Now let's make sure we save each file, and we'll start by editing index.html. Now let's talk about the first way to apply styles, which is inline. Inline styles are applied directly to the tag with the style property. First, we'll style the H1 tag. We'll give it a color. Let's make it red. And let's keep it bold by giving it a font weight of bold. Before we do anything else, let's save this and see how it looks. To get this to load in your browser, simply drag this over into the browser, which will create a new tab. And immediately we can see our red header. And of course, headers already have a bold font weight, but I just wanted to show you that you could apply two style rules with the same style property. Next, let's style our paragraph tag. Let's give it a color of green since it's around Christmas time. Now let's save and see how that looks. Great. So these are inline styles, and they're great for applying styles to each individual element. But what if you want to apply that style to multiple elements? Well, let's add a paragraph tag here. And let's see how it looks when I haven't applied any other styles to it. See, it does not inherit any of the paragraph tag styles. And that's the problem with using inline styles. While they're great for using one-off style changes, they are not great for applying styles throughout a whole document. For that, we use internal style sheets. Now before we create our style tag, let's quickly open about.html as a way of illustrating that internal style sheets do not apply styles across pages. That is, that styles applied to index will not apply to about when using internal style sheets. Okay, let's jump back into index.html and let's create our style tag. Now, to give you an idea of how we're going to use internal style sheets, I'm going to replicate the rules we have here by applying them to all H1 tags and all paragraph tags in the document. And I'm just going to use the same colors here, and then I'm going to get rid of the inline styles so they don't conflict. Great, let's save that and see how it looks. And as you can see, the same styles get applied. And even if I create a new paragraph tag here, the style will still get applied to that one as well. There is no real need to apply styles inline, although I could if I wanted to override the internal style sheet. On the other hand, if I jump over to about.html, none of the styles will be applied to that page since we used an internal style sheet. Now what happens if we want to apply these styles to multiple web pages? Well, to do that, we use an external style sheet. To create our external style sheet, let's first create a file, and let's call it style.css. To use style.css in our document, we need to link it. And to do that, we'll use a link tag. Let's replace our style tag with the link tag. We'll give it a relation of style sheet. We'll give an href that points to style.css. And then we'll tell the document that this is a text CSS type. This will link up the document to the style sheet. Now we'll jump into style.css and apply some of the same rules we applied earlier. Let's style our H1 tag and give it a color of green this time, and we'll style our paragraph tag and give it a color of red. Okay, let's save that and see how it looks. Perfect. The H1 tag is turned green and the paragraph tags have turned red. Now what about if we jump over into About? Note we don't get the rules yet. So to apply those rules to About, we copy our link tag over to About, paste it in, save. Let's also open up our contact page and save that one as well. And now let's refresh our pages. Note that they all get the style rules now from one file. That's the power of using external style sheets. You can style an entire website using a single style sheet, or you can use multiple external style sheets if you wish. You can also use any mix of inline, internal, or external style sheets, depending on your needs. But that about does it for inline, internal, and external style sheets.